program to add two numbers in C++. Here we are taking hash include IOStream. Next is using namespace std int main. Inside main function we are declaring and initializing two integer variables and one variable as sum. Here sum is equals to a plus b. Now here using the cout we will print the addition of two numbers, that is the variable sum, because here a plus b is added and it is stored in this sum variable. Cout, here I am writing the sum of two numbers is. After double quotes is completed, again the insertion operator and the name of the variable and then semicolon. Now we will execute and see the output. So here you can see the output. The sum of two numbers is 78. That is 33 plus 45 is 78. So in C you used to write printf, and here in C++ we are using cout object to print the statement which is in double quotes, that will be printed as it is, and then again the insertion operator and the name of the variable. So this a plus b is stored in sum and this sum is printed here, that is 33 plus 45 is 78. Now here you can see, if suppose I am not writing here using namespace std, so then here before cout you have to give this std object and then two colons, that is nothing but scope resolution operator, like. So here you can see the sum of two numbers is 78. So if you are not writing this using namespace file, then here before this cout you have to give the std object and the scope resolution, right? And if you are writing this using namespace std, then directly you can go for the cout and the insertion operator. Now here we will only take two variables a comma b, and here we will read the values from the keyboard. First cout, enter two numbers, semicolon, and here comes cin a, and again you can give the one more extraction operator and b, semicolon. Here we will write this using namespace and we will remove this std and scope resolution. Now we will execute and write. So here you can see the output, it is asking for two numbers. So here I will give 12 as the first number and 36 as the second number, and now it will add this 12 and 36 because of this ninth line, that is this cin object is reading these two values, that is 12 and 30. Enter. Now here the sum of two numbers is 48, that is 12 plus 36 is 40. Now here we will take two numbers, that is read two numbers is nothing but we are reading it, taking the input from the keyboard and multiply them. Again here hash include IOStream and then using namespace std. Then main function int we will take x equals to 22 comma y equals to 3 comma mul is one variable where we will be storing the multiplication of two numbers. Now here mul is equals to x multiply y, semicolon. Now here comes the cout and the insertion operator, and then we will write here mul, that is nothing but it will directly print the output, that is the multiplication of two numbers, the value will be printed. Now we will execute and see first. Here we are giving the values directly, right? We are not printing any statement, we are directly writing this cout mul, that is here you can see x into y 22 into 3, that is nothing but it is stored in mul, and this mul is printed here, that is 66. So in C language we used to write printf %d comma mul, right? That is name of the variable. The format strings, string specifiers were used in printf, that is in C language. But here directly by using this cout in C++, you can directly write the variable name and the value will be printed. So now here what it was saying, to read the numbers, right? To read numbers from the keyboard. So here we will remove the data x comma y comma mul 3. Now here after this we have to read. So here we will give cout, enter two numbers. Okay, even we can take number one by one, right? So here we will give enter the first number. Cin here first number, so the variable is x, right? Semicolon. Next cout, enter the second number. Then again cin, one more cin, that is for reading the y value, right? Semicolon, right? So here this is the output screen. We will execute and see. The first number is 11, enter 33, second number, and then enter. So 363 is nothing but the multiplication of two numbers, that is 11 and 33. If suppose in cout I am writing like this, the multiplication is, after double quotes you have to give the insertion operator one more time and then name of the variable, right? So here 21, 44, the multiplication is 920, right? Now hope you understood how to use the cout and cin objects. Next program here we will find whether the number is even or odd. So for finding this we need if, else, right? The control structures, because here we are giving the condition in number, semicolon, cout we will take the number from the keyboard, cin variable name, that is number. Now here if number mod 2 is equals to 0, then here we will print number is even, right? Because it is giving the remainder as 0, semicolon. After if we will be writing else part. Cout double quotes number is odd. So here we will execute and see the out. So here you can see it is saying to enter a number. If suppose I am giving 122, enter, number is even. Now here we will execute it one more time and we will give one more number, enter, number is odd. So in this program we have seen how this if block works, right? That is the condition, if it is true then the statement inside this is executed, and if the condition is false then it will go to the else part and it will execute the statements inside the else. Now the next program is to find the table of a number. Here table is nothing but, suppose we are taking the table of 6 ones are 6 twos are 6 threes are. So what is happening here? 1 2 3 4, the value is incremented, right? And the multiplication of that number is done with 1, then it is multiplied with 2, then it is multiplied with 3, so on up to some limit. So here the same process, that is the multiplication of a number with some value, is repeated again and again till some condition, some limit. So here we will be using the for loop. Int num equals to 12 we will take. Here we will write cout table is. Here we will take for loop I equals to 1, because 12 ones are, we are starting from 1. I is less than 12 till 10, right? 12 tens are. So here I less than equals to 10, semicolon, or else you can also take it as I is less than 11 also. So it will stop at 10, then semicolon I plus plus. Now here cout num into I is equals to num into I, right? So what is happening here? Here you can see it is starting from 1. 12 ones are, that is here because of num 12 will be printed. This is in double quotes, as it is the multiplication symbol will be printed, and then I is nothing but 1 here, right? And equals to 12 ones are, that is 12 will be printed, and then again it will increment and then again it will check the condition. Now it is 2. 2 is less than 11, true. So 12 2s are, then 12 2s are 24. Then again repeated 3, I plus plus 3, I is less than 11, that is 3 is less than 11, true. So up to 10 it will be executed. So here we will see the out, right? So here you can see the table of 12. 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are up to 12 tens are. Because after incrementing the value of I, it becomes 11. 11 is less than 11 becomes false. So it will stop at 10. That is 12 tens are 120. So this is how the for loop is working, right? So depending on the conditions, right, this statements will be next in this program. We will see about some switch case in C. Here we are taking one variable day is equals to 2. Now here we will match with the switch cases. First comes case and then space and then 1. That is case name. In Cout we will be writing this is case 1, or else you can say we will write it as day 1, right? Semicolon and then break. Why break keyword here means it will stop this case 1. If this Cout is executed, then it will not execute the remaining code of switch. It will directly come out of the switch. Next comes the case 2 here. That is, this is day 2, right? Here we will be taking one more case, case 3, and here this is day 3, right? And after this, last comes the default case. Default. Here we will give Cout. And in this default, there is no need to give any break statement. Not a valid day. Semi. Right. Now we will execute and see the out. Right. So here day here is nothing but 2, right? We have taken it as 2. So here this day is nothing but 2. So this 2 is first matched with case 1, value 1. This is not matched. So it will not execute this code. It will come to the second, and this 2 is matched with this 2, right? And these two, case 2 is matching. So it will execute this statement. That is, this is day 2. This statement will be executed. Right. Now here we will do one thing. Here we will not take any value for that day, and here we will read it from the keyboard. Enter the day, semicolon, and for reading, that is scanning the data, we need cin, and then here name of the variable, semicolon. Now we will execute and see. Right. So here it is asking to enter the day. Now here I am entering 1. So it will match with this case 1. That is this 1 here. It is matched with this case, and this will be printed. Here day 1 is print. Right. There are 3 cases. Case 1, case 2 and case 3. Now here I will give the day value as 5. So it will execute this default case. That is not a valid day. Right. So hope you understood these basic programs of C++, that is addition of two numbers, multiplication of two numbers by taking the input from the keyboard and directly by giving some value in the program, and also the program on if else and a program on for loop, how a for loop works, and also the switch case, how that switch case is executed. Right. So share and subscribe. Thank you.